Hello everyone and welcome once again to Nails and Sunflowers Christmas edition. So in today's video I am gonna do a follow-up on my builder gel overlay that I did quite a few weeks ago. So I just want to show you how I would deal with this situation if a client came to do an infill or just for my own nails if you're doing your own nails. Not much else to say, so let's get right into it. So what I want to do first of all is look at the state of my nails and remove all the product that needs to be removed. So you can see I have a lot of growth. This is 3 weeks wear, I think, maybe 2 weeks, not sure. My cuticles are a mess. I've been having anxiety and picking on them, and I have lifting, chipping. But yeah, the idea was to be rough on these nails and to show you how you could fix a situation like this if these are your nails or if you have a client coming to you with this. So now, since I want to talk to you guys through this, I'm not going to use my dust collector, which I'm probably going to regret later on. But we can clean, it's okay. Now, to remove this product, I will use a red abrasive mark, something like this. As you can see, this is a bit rougher, this is not as rough. Or something like this, which is what I'm going to use. I only use this on my own nails. I don't use this on clients because it's a very old bit, so it doesn't always work the best it can work. But for builder gel, since this is soft gel, it will work just fine. And you can also use a mandrel bit, and I'm going to show you how to do it both ways. You want to go forward, and I usually go at 20. Now, keep in mind, I am working with my non-dominant hand, so all my movements are slower than usual. All my movements are not as precise as I would like them to be, but it's how it is when you're doing your own nails. If you are, you know the struggle. So basically we want to remove the top coat, and the color. We want to leave only the builder gel overlay, so we can see what's lifted and what isn't, and what we need to fill. Now, as you can see, I have heavy lifting here. Well, not heavy, but it is lifted, and it chipped as well. You never want to hit your natural nail with this bead. So you want to be careful, go slow if you have to. Keep control of your movement. And as you can see, I haven't even gotten to the part where I'm talking that we need to remove the lifting. And it's already chipping off, because when I go over it, I go over the product, not my nail, and it chips away, you see? I'm also doing no pressure whatsoever. You never have to do much pressure when you're working with your e-file, otherwise you can damage the natural nail, and you never want to do that. Now, we want to build an apex, a new apex on this nail. Not that these nails so short have a truly big apex, but they do have one. So we need to remove a tiny bit of the bulk. We want it flat, like so. Let me remove the dust for you. There you have it. We made it flat. And we removed all the lifted, all the color on the top coat. We just have the builder gel. So yeah, that's how you want it. But we can also do it with a file. Now, this is a fine grit. So I'm gonna use a slightly heavier one. I'm gonna use medium. Now with this, I'm gonna go to 14, because you don't need to go 20. And I want to show you. We've removed the top coat. Now we're going for the colors, you can see. And this is also a nail with lifting. And as you can see, as I go over, let me zoom you in, maybe you'll see better. As I go over the product, it is removing the lifted parts, you see? And there we would have our next nail prepared. Gonna repeat the same for these three. And I'm a bigger fan of the ceramic bit, so I'm gonna use that. So I have removed all of it, all that needed to be removed. And if you remember, this one and this one had gel enhancements because the tip broke and this needed a fix. It was a bit crooked. And this one broke under the gel. The tip broke because it was lifted and then this happened. So I'm gonna work with these and make all the same. Now what you wanna do is control your shape. So I am gonna shape this with hand file. I think I want them a tiny bit more pointy this time instead of round. They're still gonna be round, but I want the tip of the nail to be a bit more pointy. I think this would be it. Keep in mind, everything about nails is personal, and even though some things are related to preservation of your natural nail or technique or like how to do some things, I do agree some things must be done in a way in order not to hurt yourself, in order for your nails to last longer, etc. But a lot of things are subjective in the sense of you can do it however you want. Someone might look at this and say, oh, this is awful, the length is not the same on all, the pointy is not the same on all, blah blah blah. But I look at it and I'm like, I like it, so why should I not go for it? You know what I mean? Anyway, let me clean this up and I'll be right back. Okay, so now everything's clean. I am gonna do my usual Russian manicure. Like in the last video, I'm not gonna go into too much detail about this because you do have at least 2 videos where you see me do step by step, and for certain one of them explaining step by step how to do it and why. So I'm just gonna let you watch, but I'm gonna speed this up. Alright, so I have done my usual manicure and now we just gotta do the infill. So, first off, I'm gonna grab a very used 100 file and go over so the new product sucks in, and I'm also gonna take this chance to prepare my natural nail. The growth of the natural nail, I mean. You don't wanna be rough with this at all. Just go over it, remove the shine, buff it up. And that is it. I'm gonna use my usual dehydrator and primer and the same base I used because I am gonna do an overlay on top of this, on top of the overlay. It's a long story. If you wanna know more about this, check out my Vlogmas Day 2, I believe, where I tell you all about my plans that don't really go as I planned. So yeah, I'm gonna use the same. I was gonna use a milky white, but I'm just gonna use the pink one. First of all, we need to dehydrate. You can never put too much of this. Then our primer. You only need the primer where your natural nail is showing, and try not to get it on your skin. Now, I already have product, so I want to do a very, very, very thin layer. We want to grab more product than before and build, grab nothing, and build a new apex right there. And now you want to bring it down. And you can turn your finger so gravity helps you. And I'm also going to use a small brush to touch any details. And you want to take your time to build this right, because you're not going to file. The idea is you don't have to file over this. You just shape it and then put the color on it or whatever you want to do. And once we're happy with that, we can cure. This would be the nail. As I said, it has a sticky layer. You cannot remove it and just put the color or the design you want to put on top of it. But I am not gonna put a design as of right now. So I'm gonna remove it and leave it. You could also just top coat this and wear this alone. It is beautiful, to be honest. You could totally do that. But yeah, let's do the same on the other ones. To be honest, that doesn't look as bad. I'm gonna turn my finger just to be safe that it is absolutely perfect. But it didn't look too bad. Let's cure. And that would be it. Gonna do the same for the rest, shall we? So this would be the nails done. Now you could put a top coat over this, some cuticle, oil, and be done. But if you're like me and you don't like the way your natural nails look over there, you could just put a color, do a design, some stickers, some stamping, whatever you prefer. But for today, I am not going to decorate them. Today was just about the infill, so there you go. If any nail would have been broken, I would have fixed it like I fixed it in my last video where I did this. But they were all quite okay for me. I could have maybe lengthened two that broke just at the tip, but I just didn't want to really make them longer for now. They're okay. They look fine. So this will be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, everything will be linked in the description box below. If you didn't know, I'm doing Vlogmas, so those are also up every single day. So yeah, that is it for today. I will see you on the next one, where we will talk about holiday sets with gel polish. So yeah, that was it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! You're perfect! The hell is that? It's not gonna work, is it?